I don't know if that's gonna be sensitive, that last question. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rita, aka Pearl Light Gang, Light Fam, Squad Deep. Welcome back, guys. Today I'm gonna share or talk about birth plans. Do you need them? What is a birth plan? Is it just something white people do? I don't know if that's gonna be sensitive, that last question, but let's just be real, guys. And also I'll talk about whether birth plans are relevant in the African context, African hospitals, because I've seen a lot of birth plan videos and stuff on American YouTubers platforms. So for me, like when I first saw birth plans, like there was a lot of white or Caucasian Americans who were doing it. There were very few that I find where it's like an African American, but I don't think I've ever seen a birth plan video done by an African who lives in Africa. You get what I mean? Yeah. So I just wanted to make this video to inform you guys and educate you guys on what a birth plan is, what it entails. Is it necessary? Are we there yet as Africa? You know what I mean? Like, are doctors there yet? And let me get into this video. But before I do, guys, I think black teas are just gonna be my jam now. Like, this is what you can expect in terms of wardrobe, because we all know you guys aren't here for fashion. Let's just be honest. I think these black teas are just gonna be my jam. It's quick and easy. I don't have to worry about anything, basically. Black and white teas, that's it. If you want to send me apparel, please feel free. Just send it. I'll wear it if it's black white and not profane stuff on it. But send me merch, guys. Send merch. Start off, guys, with what is a birth plan. So basically, a birth plan, to just put it very simply, is the plan of how you hope for your labor to go. So I'll insert a picture so that you guys can see the kind of structure that you can use if you want to create a birth plan, to share with your doctor, to share with the midwives at the hospital that you'll be giving birth at, or with your midwife if you're giving birth at home, which in Bots is not a thing. Like, it's really not a thing. But if you are doing that, that's amazing. Comment down below if you have given birth at home and what your experience was like. I'd really like to know. Or if you've had a water birth and you live in Botswana, comment down below, because I'm super keen to know how that was and who your provider was and all that kind of information. So please comment on that. So basically, your birth plan will let your doctor or the nurses, midwives know, okay, this is what I want. I don't want this. I'm not giving permission for this to be done. You know what I mean? Stuff like you want to breastfeed within the first hour or immediately after you give birth, or they mustn't give you a baby formula, because in Botswana they don't ask for your consent whether they should give your baby formula or not. They just do. You know what I mean? So you have to be really firm about that and tell them, don't give my baby formula. I want to breastfeed immediately once they come out the womb, or within the very first hour, which is the recommended time or time frame for you to first breastfeed your baby. So it includes whatever, you know what I mean? I'll also include a link in the description box of the format that I used, and it has a whole lot of stuff, and you can edit it, you can remove things that you don't want in your birth plan, add stuff that comes to your mind, and also from 35 weeks, print it out, give it to your doctor, discuss with them, okay, this is how I would like for things to go. You know what I mean? Like pain medication, you include that in your birth plan. I don't want an epidural, I will take the gas pain relief, or the injection, or I don't want pain meds at all. You know what I mean? Some people opt for that. I think I might opt for that with this second pregnancy, because I feel I have a high tolerance for pain, and I feel like the medication they gave me made me kind of wacky. Like I was a bit, you know what I mean? Yeah, I was a bit out of it after 1D came out, you know what I mean? I was just in a daze, sort of, and I hated that feeling. So I think that's something that I'm not gonna opt for this time around. I'll see. But basically, your birth plan lets your doctor know, okay, this is what my patient wants and what she doesn't want, and your doctor will also let you know what will be possible and what won't be possible based on the rules or the laws of the hospital you'll be giving birth at. So yeah, that's what a birth plan is. Do you need a birth plan? I would say absolutely, unless you don't mind making decisions right in the spot while you're in hectic labor, or you know what I mean. It kind of gives you an idea of, okay, these are the things that can possibly happen. What would I want to happen? You know what I mean? Obviously, like, a birth plan, I believe is necessary, but at the same time, you kind of have to be a little bit flexible. Okay, it might not go exactly according to your birth plan. You know what I mean? The most important thing is for you to have a healthy baby come out of your body. You know, like, that's the most important thing. And to trust your doctor as well. Okay, they will do what is necessary for this baby to come out perfectly healthy, you know. So I think it's necessary. I did a birth plan with my first pregnancy, but I hadn't shared it with my doctor because I felt like I had time. So I went into labor, or I gave birth when I was 37 weeks exactly. One day was like, let's get this show on the road, let's do this, you know what I mean? 37 weeks he came. So for me, I had a birth plan. I had actually done it, you know what I mean? Isaac and I had gone through it, we had discussed it and everything, but I never got a chance to share it with my doctor because I thought I still had time. So this time around, I will share my birth plan much earlier with my doctor so that she knows what my desires are, and she can also counsel me in terms of, okay, this is a bit unrealistic, this we can do, you know what I mean, and kind of talk me through it, and we can reason with each other, you know, so that I have the best experience that I want possible, and she can also do her job effectively. So basically, in a nutshell, that's what a birth plan is. I feel like it's necessary in terms of like the African context. I feel like we're still a little bit behind, and it's only, I think the main reason is that we as the patient aren't well informed, in the sense that we aren't impressing it upon our doctors for, okay, this is what I want. We kind of go to a doctor with the mentality of, okay, the doctor knows everything, I won't ask questions, whatever they say goes, you know. And I think that's the worst mentality to have when you're dealing with a doctor. You know, obviously they studied, they do know more than you, but I think do your research as well, know something, you know what I mean, do research, you know, so that you can have a basis for reasoning with your doctor, for trying to understand why they say what they say, you know what I mean. So I used to be like, okay, whatever the doctor says I do, you know. But then with my last pregnancy, I was like, no, it's my body, it's my baby. If I don't want to do 1, 2, 3 and it's not detrimental to my baby, I'm not gonna do it, you know what I mean. So go in with some kind of knowledge, do a lot of research, guys. And the birth plan that I'll link will allow you to do research, because you won't know everything that is listed there. You know, you'll have to research, what does this mean, what does that mean. But I feel like in Africa it's not a thing, because as patients we're not making it much of a thing, because we're not informed about it, or it just seems like an American thing, or like a white people thing to do, you know. So I feel like definitely have a birth plan. If you're the first patient who your doctor has had who has come with a birth plan, there's a first time for everything. They'll get over it, you know what I mean. And if it's a good doctor, then they will be open to discuss it. If they're not willing to discuss it, that's a red flag for me personally. I would be like, boosters, like, we can reason, but for you to just be like, nah, we're not, I don't do birth plans, then I don't do you, boss, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to share on that. Let's just be especially as moms, you know what I mean. I remember there was a time where Wendy had a diaper rash and the doctor had prescribed a certain medication for the diaper rash, and I was just like I just felt in my heart, no, I can't just take what the doctor says and run with it, you know what I mean, without researching for myself to know the side effects of this medication, to know what age restriction or from what age that medication can be used on a child, because certain medications cannot, are not made to be taken by babies, you know, or to be used on babies. So for me, even with that, as a new mom, I was just like, nah, I'm gonna research and see what this medication does, see what the side effects it has, you know, so that I can prepare myself for, okay, my child is reacting like this because of this medication, you know. So I think as patients, we need to be more informed. We need to ask more questions, and I don't mean ask more questions in an annoying way or in a way that shows that you are trying to undermine your doctor, but in a way to understand the situation that you're in, the situation your child is in, just to be better informed. You get what I mean? And just to not be a passive patient, you know, because again, at the end of the day, the doctor's gonna do the best they can to help you, but they're not God, you know, they have flaws, they make mistakes, you know. So it's your responsibility as well to be informed as a patient as much as you possibly can, so that you know the different dynamics of what you're dealing with, you know. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. If you're pregnant, let me know if you're going to use a birth plan or not. If you think it's just like an overseas thing, it's just not necessary, let me know in the comments down below. If you have used a birth plan before, let me know also if your pregnancy went according to plan, if the birth plan method was what's the word, if it was effective, and if you would use a birth plan again for your next pregnancies. I would love to know that. I would love to hear your feedback, guys. And if you have any other questions regarding this topic, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. And don't forget to send me merch, guys. If it's black or white and cute, I'll wear it. So if you're feeling my vibe, subscribe. Don't forget, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.